I'm just laying this image down on my page. This is my art journal here, and I'm using a jelly press as well, and I've put that image onto my jelly press, and then I'm going to do the second image, which is often referred to as a ghost image, onto the page as well. So what I'm doing is laying down a background. How cool is that? Bring that into view a bit more for you. If you do it like this, you will get fingerprints, but if you're not using that particular side, it's not the end of the world, is it? Just depends, and you get super messy, so it just depends how messy you're prepared to get. But I want to lay down some different colour now. So I'm going to go and grab a blue, put some blue on there, and try something else. You could clean your plate off, but you know, I don't know that you have to. So I'll just try it without cleaning and see what happens, and if I don't like it, it will go this muddy sort of brown. I guess that's the only downside. That's what happened before, but I really like that muddy sort of brown colour, so I'm cool with that. Try a different size stencil. So this is just one that I've made at home, and I've just cut some different shapes out of there and put this on. I'll show you how I did that. It's pretty simple. I drew some shapes on a pad like this, and then I put this piece of plastic. It's actually an old divider, so it's for dividing up 12 by 12 pages. I've got a lot of them, and I don't have that many 12 by 12 papers anymore. And I put it down on there, and then I just put around the shape with a black marker, and then I cut it out. And so I just put the shape, so I just moved it around, I did a few of these plus signs. This one was too big, so I downsized. I did some basic squares, and I freehand cut some shapes, I guess a bit like you know, little fish or something like that. I don't know what they are, but I freehand cut them. The only thing I'd say is cut it with a proper knife, because I cut mine with a craft knife and my finger's not feeling too good today. That's okay. So now I'm going to stick this down on top and see what I can get on the page. Okay, I got one arrow. That's because I didn't put it all on there. So I think that brown's a little bit dark, so I really want to do another colour on here. Let's do some nice bright yellow on here. I did another video just trying out different techniques and different items using my stash and things I've got in the drawer, and I'll put the link to that above so that you can have a look at that, give you some more ideas on what to do. I'm going to use this one now, which is another one that I made myself, just on that same sheet. Yes, see, I've got some leaf shapes on there. And of course the coolest thing is when you do that, take it off and you get that negative print. See how I've got that negative print of the leaves? This is really, these are not my colours at all. For some reason I usually go for, you know, the jewel colours, and I've gone into this murky sort of browny, yellowy type thing. It's still nice though. I still think it's quite pretty. Just not used to, I'm not usually the one that does that sort of colour. It's interesting, isn't it? Because you can also use your brayer just to go around wherever you want. Just going around the edge of that, give it a bit of brightness. You don't have to clean your brayer off on your book page, you just clean it off actually on your art journal page. I'm using this flourish shape that I've got. This is actually a mask, not a stencil, so it does the opposite of what a stencil does. Just sticking that in the jelly plate, and then I'm going to take it off, and then I'm going to stick that jelly plate on top of that. See what we get. only I had a big space to work on. I have like the hugest craft room and the biggest table. I'm always running out of room. If you want to see, I actually have done a video of my craft room tour. I managed to get the jelly plate stuck on there. Oh yes, you can see it. It is going quite dark in there, and there's still some little bits on here. Oh, that's cool. Waste not, want not. That's what we're always told. I'm getting a really... Oh, these are my Atelier paints. I was just doing some samples on my art journal of them, so I knew what sort of colours I had. That's really nice, isn't it? I'll put a bit more orange on, I think. This time I'm just going to put some in the centre. Now, I don't know that I could achieve that. In fact, I have tried to do some backgrounds before I got the jelly plate, and I actually found that it was quite difficult to achieve the same look that I got with the jelly plate. I'm going to do some more with this one. You can do this with stamps too. I'm just doing it with that. Oh, yeah, that's cool. See how I've got that white happening? Isn't that lovely? And that's the ghost print, so it's not going to be as dark. I'm just stamping this stamp here. Oh, sorry, you can't see that, can you? Sorry, I thought I had it in the right spot, but I didn't. So I've just got this stamp here, which is a creative block from Stampers Anonymous, and it's just these images of people's heads, and I've just stamped the woman onto the jelly plate. And I'm going to see what that will do up in this corner maybe. You can sort of see that. It's a bit, you can sort of see that, but I think it was probably because it's quite dark up there. And I'm going to take some archival ink. I'll clean that in a minute. And I'm going to do this one again. I'm not sure I did this one before, but I'm going to do this lady. And on top of here where it's quite white, I'm just going to do some stamping and see what I actually get. That's good, I like that. And I'm just lightly putting some paint across on those arrows. Yeah, that's created that nice effect on there. Now I'm going to, what's next? Look at my hands, guys. Absolutely horrible. Don't you just love craft? Put a bit of yellow on here as well while I've got that on the brayer. Oh, I can get them open. They're the Tim Holtz photo booth. Cards. See, I've been playing with them and I've used that one and cut it. Let's have a look, see what's in here we could use. Now I think that's going to look quite nice because they're all sort of dark brown. Move that back into shot for you. Don't you love this couple? It's so gorgeous. They're just beautiful. I don't know who these people are, but they're just gorgeous. Yes, Tim's so great, isn't he? These are some of Tim's vintage ephemera. I'm just hunting through my little stash here. Oops. Oh yeah, I've got a couple of tickets there, although I think this tone of this goes a bit better. So I'll probably skip the tickets for now. A little map of the world. And maybe to have something round is a good idea. See what else I've got. Oh, look at that, Lux Hotel. Probably leave the map for another day. I'm not sure I want that either. Sometimes it's just a matter of hunting through what you've got to see what's going to go, because you know you don't always find the thing you want the first time round. I think that's too red, that little parcel post. And of course it's your colours, it's what you want. I don't think there's anything else in there that's grabbing my attention right now. In fact, I just think I'm going to use these two and put them down here. And then I'm going to stamp a saying or something on there. How's that look? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Grab my glue. I don't know where my brush is, I'll just use my fingers. Yeah, I know, terrible. I'm a messy person. Oh gosh. Actually, I'm really neat in my house. I don't like clutter and things everywhere, but with my craft, I tend to get a bit, you know, messy with my craft, and it is what it is. Can't do anything about how you are, can you? I've just pulled out my Tim Holtz cling foam stamps, which are just these letters, and I've also got one of his Tim Holtz's chipboard word quotes, and instead of using that, because it's just not big enough, see if I put it here, it's just, the page is a bit too big for it. I'm just going to replicate it using the stamps. I'm just going to put this one down first. These are good because you can put them all in a row and stamp them all at once, provided of course you don't need more than one letter, and then you know, and it doesn't work real well. I've taken some of the blue acrylic paint and I've got a brush, and I've laid down a template of a heart, and I've drawn around that with the blue acrylic and then painted with the blue acrylic paint. Now I'm just using this watercolour pencil, which is an aquarelle, and it works similar to a Stabilo or a Stabilo, whatever they call it, but I call it a Stabilo. It's just probably not quite as black. I do have one of the other ones here somewhere. I'm just not sure at this point where it is. It's very bad of me since I've just spent a couple of months cleaning everything up, but it's probably in with my new supplies now I think of it, because it's new. I'm just going around the inside of the heart. You can see how that's popping a lot more than what it was. It's just a little bit wet still, so I don't want to smudge it all into the centre where I want the gel press printing to show really clearly. I'm just trying to be super careful and at the same time not break the lead of the pencil. Which I've been known to do on occasions. There you go, I've got another art journal page. I'm right pleased with that, and that's it. So this is Deborah from String and Scissors. I hope you watch some more of my YouTube videos. Thanks for joining me. I'll catch you next time. Cheers.